All right, identifying expressions, equations, and inequalities. So what is an expression? An expression is going to be a math phrase. So a phrase is going to be part of a sentence and can be evaluated or simplified, but cannot be solved. It can contain variables, numbers, and operations, and there's no equal sign. Okay. Some examples are 2x plus y minus 9 or negative 7 times 12. Those are expressions. Again, expressions do not have any equal sign. They're just phrases and they cannot be solved. The next thing we're going to talk about is an equation. And an equation is going to be a math sentence that states expressions are equal, can be solved, and usually has one solution. It's like a balanced scale. So one side has to equal the other side, and it has an equal sign. Okay, so some examples are x plus 7 equals 16, and then 2x equals 32. So equations have equal signs, they are balanced. One side equals the other side, has one solution. An inequality is going to be a math sentence that states an expression is greater than or less than another expression. Can be solved and has many solutions. Okay? It's like an unbalanced scale. So one side is going to be less or greater than the other side and has these following signs. So you have your greater than sign, your less than sign, and then you have your greater than or equal to. So if you have a little line under them, that means or equal to, and then less than or equal to. Okay? So some examples include 2x minus 4 is greater than 15. And then negative 2 is less than 0. Those are all inequalities. Okay? So the next thing we're going to identify whether it's an expression, equation, or inequality. So number 1 is an expression because expressions do not have any equal signs. So this is an expression. Okay? Number 2 is an inequality because it has an inequality sign. So that's going to be inequality. Okay. Number 3 is going to be an inequality because it has an inequality symbol. Number 4 is an expression. There's no equal sign. Number 5 is an equation. It's an equation because it has an equal sign. Number 6 is also an equation because it has an equal sign. Number 7 is expression. Does not have an equal sign. Number 8 is an inequality because it has an inequality sign. And number 9, so if you look at it, it's going to be an equation because it has an equal sign. And the last one is going to have an inequality symbol in it, so it's inequality. Okay? All right? So we defined what an expression, what is an equation, and what's an inequality, and then we have to understand what the difference among the three are, okay? So, and then this next section we identify whether it's an expression, equation, or inequality. So this is a section I want you to do on your own. So you're just gonna put an X where it may apply. So for example, number 11 contains an equal sign. Well, which one contains an equal sign? Well, obviously that's going to be an equation. Okay? And then I want you to go through and put X's whether you think it's an expression, equation, or inequality. Some of the statements might have more than one, might apply to more than one thing, okay? So you need to do this on your own, this section right here. Okay. Let's do that on your own, okay? And so the next part of the notes are going to be the other side, which is going to be replacement sets. So this is going to be on the back of your notes. Okay. So a replacement set, okay, is going to be a set of values that are used for, or used to, rather, sorry, used to replace a given variable in an equation or inequality. Okay, so a set of values that are used to replace, this is 2, a given variable in an equation or inequality. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at the equation. So x plus 2 equals 17. So I want to replace x with these values. I want to see which one works. So it's kind of like keys on a key ring. So you want to open a door, you don't know which one works. So you got to try them all until you find one that works. So for example, I'm going to plug in I'm going to plug 1 for x. So 1 plus 2, does that equal 17? No. So 1 does not work because that's 3. Does not equal 17. Then I'm going to try 2. So 2 plus 2 equals 17. I'm going to put a question mark. No, it does not. So 1 and 2 don't work. Then I'm going to plug in 3 for x. Does it equal 17? No. And finally, I'm going to replace 4 for x. So I'm going to put it over. 4 plus 2 equals 17. No, it does not. So if I have a situation where none of them work, all I have to put is in the little squiggly, these are called braces, I'm going to put none. I don't want to put the number 0 because 0 is a value. So I'm going to put 1. I'm going to put none. Okay? The next thing I'm going to try is I'm going to try an inequality because I have an inequality symbol. Okay? So I might have 1 work, 2 work, 3 work, 4 work, or none of them work. Okay? So the first one I want to do is I'm going to plug 2 in for x. So I'm just going to replace. Every time I see the variable, I'm going to replace. So the first number is going to be 3 times 2 minus 2. And I want to see if this is going to be greater. This side is going to be greater than 4. So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. Is 4 greater than 4? No. So that one does not work. So 2 does not work. And then I'm going to put 3. So I'm going to replace 3 for x. So 3 times 3 minus 2, is that going to be greater than 4? So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. Is 7 greater than 4? Yes. So I'm going to circle it. Okay? And then I'm going to try 4. So I'm going to do 3 times 4 minus 2. Is that going to be greater than 4? So 3 times 4 is 12. 12 minus 2 is going to be 10. Is 10 greater than 4? Yes. So 4 works. And lastly, I'm going to try 5. So I'm going to squeeze this down here. So 3 times 5 is minus 2 greater than 4. So we're going to get 15 minus 2. Well, 15 minus 2 is 13. Is 13 greater than 4? Yes. So what works is going to be 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So what I want you to, in this section, what I want you to do on your own is I want you to do these 2 on your own. So number 3, number 4. Okay? right, so I want you to do those two on the these two right here. These bottom two we're gonna do in class. So 5, 6, 7, 8 we're gonna do in class. So you make sure you have this section done, and then on the other side of this paper, make sure you have this filled out.